This video is brought to you by catbeast.com. Design your own custom snapbacks and hats.
Fill your glasses up and put your headphones in, because it's time for Off the Script. And all you fucking goons and assholes, get in line and hit subscribe, because it's time for Off the Script. Hit the like button and share it around. You can even pull your fucking pants down, because it's time for Off the Script with JD from New York 206, because it's time for Off the Script. Because it's time for Off the Script.
What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel on this Monday afternoon, August 14, 2017. We got a little bit of extra off the script for you. We got some major news coming out of the WWE today on Summerslam and where it will be held next year. Also, Global Force Wrestling finally makes a decision on Alberto El Patron and their World Championship situation, stemming from all the allegations with Patron and his fiancée Paige. Also, Ric Flair Hospitalized. How serious is it? We're going to go over what his PR representative said last night via Twitter late in the night. Scary stuff coming out of Ric Flair's camp. I want to thank everybody for showing your love and support all week. Last week was one of the best weeks we had in a very long time numbers-wise. I want to thank everybody for sticking with me. I want to thank all the new people that have come over and subscribed. We just hit 81,000 subscribers right here on YouTube.com, and I can't thank you guys enough. We are 19,000 away. It's a long time coming, man. 19,000 away from that elusive 100,000 plateau. If you guys missed Off the Script parts 1, 2, and 3, part 3 was uploaded last night about 5:30 p.m. It is live. We talk about a major story, possibly going into the Survivor Series with Team Kevin Owens versus Team Shane McMahon in a big traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series match, and how WWE might be transforming Survivor Series into more one-on-one matches with Raw vs. SmackDown superstars. A lot of stuff to go over in that video. So if you guys missed that, link will be within this video in the annotation that you see in the top right corner of the screen. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Hit that subscribe button down below and make sure that bell is turned on for all notifications. If you guys want to support the show, patreon.com/JDFROMNY206. Lots of good stuff going on, man, including Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Nintendo Switch coming very, very soon. $5 or more patrons for that. Plus, you're going to get Off the Script Retro and early access to Off the Script every single weekend. Also, a great way to support the show is through our Audible page. All new listeners of Off the Script, brand new listeners, get 30 days free of Audible service plus one free audiobook of your choice. If you got iPhone and Android devices, you guys are good to go. Just download the app. Use our link, audibletrial.com/offthescript. You guys can go out there and get one book out of 180,000 choices to choose from. A lot of you guys are cashing in on that Justin Roberts book, man. So if you guys want to hear the political bullshit that someone in WWE had to go through for 10 years, Justin Roberts' book is for you. If you guys don't want that, AJ Lee, Daniel Bryan, Shawn Michaels, Brock Lesnar, Bob Holly, The Death of WCW. Or if you guys want to cash in on a pre-order book, Jim Ross and Mick Foley have new books that you can pre-order with your free book on Audible. audibletrial.com/offthescript. Thank you guys for everything as always. And I will be having news on where I will be SummerSlam for the meet and greet. I will have that within the next few days. Thank you guys so much for your interest in that. If you guys want to come out to Brooklyn and meet and greet with me and drink with me and fucking be called a goon, I'll let you guys know where I will be SummerSlam Day on this coming weekend, man. So thank you guys so much for that. Let's get into the news, man. We got this story on Ric Flair. I want to start off with this because this is the most important thing of the news day. Ric Flair has been hospitalized. Management team says Nature Boy needs prayers. Now, this was something that was turned into the dirt sheets, turned into the news outlets as something minor, routine medical checkup, and then all of a sudden, late last night, this became a serious situation. Nobody knows what's going on. Dave Meltzer has reported as of this morning that there is no further updates on Ric Flair's condition. As noted by the Wrestling Observer's Dave Meltzer, there is no significant updates regarding Ric Flair's hospitalization since the news first broke on Saturday. That changed, however, on Sunday night as Melinda Morris of the Legacy Talent and Entertainment Agency posted a new message on Twitter hinting at a difficult news for wrestling fans regarding Ric Flair's medical condition. Legacy Talent and Entertainment counts the 68-year-old Flair as one of its clients, and its homepage features a testimonial from the Nature Boy himself, with Rick describing Melinda Morris Zanoni as her name. Rick is describing Zanoni as the ultimate brand maker. Aside from Zanoni's tweet stating that Flair is going through some tough medical issues, asking fans for prayers and positive energy, Legacy Talent and Entertainment also shared a Facebook post expanding on her tweet and again referencing the reason why Ric Flair remains hospitalized at the moment. She says, and I quote, "Did you start watching wrestling because of Ric Flair? Does he entertain you every time you see him? Ever use any of his sayings? Do you have a great Ric Flair story? Do you do the woo every time he's mentioned? Are you a fan, a friend? If you answered yes to any of these above, we need your prayers, positive energy, and well wishes for our living legend as he's dealing with some tough medical issues. Thank you." End quote. Ryan Satin and the Pro Wrestling Sheet have reported that Legacy Talent and Entertainment had taken to social media on Saturday to report that Ric Flair was hospitalized for routine monitoring, adding that fans have no reason to panic. However, the publication's own sources countered that, and Flair was taken into the ICU after being admitted to the undisclosed hospital by his family. At the time of that report, Pro Wrestling Sheet was not able to confirm that information with the management company. Bleacher Report wrote that Flair, prior to his hospitalization this past weekend, had been lucky to avoid major health issues since he retired as a wrestler in 2011. He was, in fact, still physically active in months leading up to his current medical scare, deadlifting 400 pounds in a workout video just this past January. Flair's last appearance on WWE television came on the November 28th, 2016 Monday Night Raw, where, as recapped by PW Torch, he came out to the ring to congratulate Sasha Banks, who had just defeated his daughter Charlotte for the Raw Women's Championship. He had also made several appearances in months prior, mostly accompanying Charlotte to the ring and eventually engaging in a storyline feud with his daughter and her villainous character back in middle of 2016. So that is the absolute latest on Ric Flair. All I can say is I don't have any information. I can't really say anything at this time. My thoughts and prayers are with Ric Flair's family. I hope he gets better. I don't know what it could be. I don't know why they would say that it's just medical routine testing and then all of a sudden come out last night and say that Ric Flair needs prayers as if he's in critical condition or if something worse can happen. You know, we don't need another wrestler death in 2017. There's been plenty already. But the fact that people were hiding this seriousness, the fact that his PR team was hiding how serious this could be, only lends and only tells me that this is a serious situation. You know, I would not doubt that this is a serious situation. We just don't know what the issue is. So all I can say is that I'm praying for Ric Flair. I know you guys are. I hope he kicks out at a fucking 2 here. You know, we don't need anything bad happening. And I hope he can get back to good health and he can continue to style and profile and strut like Ric Flair usually does, man. But if I hear anything, I will update you guys with a video. Hopefully, nothing else, you know, on the bad scale happens here. We don't need anything worse than what we're hearing happening. But if I hear anything, I will let you guys know right here on Off the Script with an extra video, or if we don't have any information, I'll continue to update you guys throughout the weekend with Off the Script. when we do episode 183 this SummerSlam weekend. So thoughts and prayers go out to Ric Flair. SummerSlam news. Barclays Center did not fill us in 1 week prior to SummerSlam on where they will be for the 2018 version of SummerSlam. As of yesterday, we finally got an idea. We finally got an answer as to where it is going to be. And yes, SummerSlam is coming back to Brooklyn in 2018. The last 3 SummerSlam events have taken place in Brooklyn, New York at the Barclays Center. For several years prior to Brooklyn, the event was held at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. It was initially thought that WWE might either go back to Los Angeles for the event or bring it to a new city. This is not the case, at least for 1 more year, as was announced by WWE. WWE announced that SummerSlam will be returning to Brooklyn in 2018. They tweeted on their official Twitter account, breaking news as first reported by the New York Post. WWE SummerSlam week will return to the Barclays Center in 2018. There was an interview in the New York Post with John Sabor, WWE's Executive Vice President of Special Events. He had this to say, and I quote, "Our partners in New York have worked tirelessly to help create an incremental growth of SummerSlam Week throughout the presentation of SummerSlam Week, of not only our ticketed and fan events at the Barclays Center, but also through the community-based events taking place in the city's 5 boroughs. We are very proud of that and the work that they have done." Looks like NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4 will be happening next year as well. So this is fantastic news. I will be in and around Brooklyn this coming SummerSlam weekend, and there are a lot of meet and greets going on throughout the city, man. People like Carmella, Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, if you name them, they are meeting fans in these different locations throughout New York City in all 5 boroughs. I remember last year that there's a Toys R Us right up the highway here from my house, and Finn Balor was there. Finn Balor was physically in the Bronx signing autographs at a Toys R Us for a few hours right before the SummerSlam event. It was awesome, man, and I love that the whole city kind of comes alive for SummerSlam, and it's even cooler that I live here and they're doing it in my hometown. But this is great, man. I would not have SummerSlam anywhere else. I think Brooklyn, I think New York is the absolute best place for it. You know, and I'm glad that they're coming back next year for a multitude of reasons. Number one, like I said, it's my hometown. Number 2, it's my backyard. I can meet and greet fans again. Hopefully, next year we'll be at 100K and we can just have a fucking big party. Another thing is, you know, I'm going to go hard this year with 2K18, and I hope next year to get invited out to the events that they got for the game. So, being that it's taking place again in New York City, meaning 2K is going to have their events in and around the city as well. So hopefully next year we can work our asses off and get to where we want to be as far as that event goes. So it's great news. I'm glad they're coming back to New York City, and it only makes sense, man. The city comes alive. I'm sure SummerSlam and WWE is making New York a lot of money. Lots of good stuff going on. And I couldn't be happy, man. I think that's fantastic news for not only New York City, but the WWE. Finally, guys, GFW. Global Force Wrestling strips Alberto El Patron, Alberto Del Rio, of their world championship. Finally, this company made a decision on Alberto El Patron. Before I even get into the news story, I want to go over this. Let me type, I have this in my notes here. I want to go over what is going on with Alberto El Patron. Listen to this shit. I want to go over everything that this guy has done since 2016. And the fact that this is happening now, I'm glad that it's finally happening. I'm surprised it took this long. In June of last year, bizarre incident with Paige. She was with Alberto in Las Vegas. 8/17/16, Alberto Del Rio suspended by WWE for wellness policy violation. 8/22/16, Alberto Del Rio's wife says he committed adultery, divorce papers filed. 9/13/16, Alberto Del Rio's wellness violation was due to a failed steroid test. 10/2/16, Alberto Del Rio no-shows a major event on Sunday night. 10/3/16, Alberto Del Rio says he was assaulted with a knife on Sunday. 12/12/17, Alberto Del Rio, I think they got that wrong. That's 1/12/17, I'm sorry. We didn't even hit 12/12/17. Goons. 1/12/17, Alberto Del Rio with Paige involved in a backstage fight in Mexico. Also in January, Alberto Del Rio involved in a fight at a nightclub and police station. 4/17/17. This is this April. Alberto El Patron goes on a drunken rant about WWE being pussies, Triple H, Paige pregnant, marriage, and more. 4/29/17. Alberto El Patron pulls out of WCPW show due to illness. 4/30/17. Alberto El Patron's Inside the Rope show postponed indefinitely. 5/5/17. Really bad argument between Alberto El Patron and Paige backstage at recent Impact tapings. 7/3/17. Alberto El Patron with Paige at ringside rips WWE after Slammiversary went off the air. 7/8/17. Alberto El Patron says he will be waiting for the Usos, the New Day, and Triple H on Tuesday night to kick their asses at his restaurant and then buy them drinks because he is a gentleman. 7/11/17. Paige's brother speaks out about Alberto, claims that he beats his sister. 7/12/17. Global Force Wrestling suspends Alberto El Patron due to domestic battery investigation. So now, we got news as of today. Finally, this company made the right decision. This guy is a fucking embarrassment. How he is their world champion. How he is the face of that company. I'm glad that they're making a good business decision here. I'm glad. Because now you can get the title on somebody that actually wants to be world champion, that is respectful of the world championship, and wants to be the face of that company and do right, not only by the title, but by the fucking position that he was given in that company. If I was making a business decision, if I was a businessman, if I was Jeff Jarrett, Bruce Pritchard, anyone in the company there running shit, I would have stripped him long ago, just based on the accusations. You know, being that his name was just associated with those allegations, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. Finally, Global Force Wrestling is stripping Alberto of their World Championship. GFW has announced that they have stripped Alberto El Patron of the GFW World Championship. As there was noted on Saturday, there was concerns that there would be more issues with him because there were incidents that have not been reported that the company was aware of. Global Force Wrestling issued the following statement on their website as of this morning, and I quote, GFW has concluded its internal consideration of the events surrounding the suspension of Alberto El Patron. While it's apparent that the initial reports unfairly characterized Patron's involvement in the incident in the Orlando airport, we are nonetheless disappointed with the manner in which he dealt with this situation. We expect more decorum from all of our GFW roster, especially the world champion. We have communicated with El Patron and our decision to strip him of the championship title. No decision has been taken as to the date on which we will have on which he will be reinstated to the roster, the conditions of which are a private matter between the company and El Patron, end quote. As you can see in this statement, he is still suspended. If he is not reinstated by this week's Impact tapings, then that means that he would be off their television show until Bound for Glory in October, since these next set of tapings will cover them up until that show. So that is the story on Alberto El Patron. Honestly, hopefully this is a huge wake-up call for Del Rio, Patron, whatever the fuck you want to call him. Hopefully this is a fucking wake-up call. This is his life. This is his life. He was given an opportunity as the face of a company, as their world champion. They trusted him enough to give him this responsibility. And he failed them. And he failed, and they are punishing him. And they took the title off of him in a decision that I think is 100% right. Now, hopefully this is a wake-up call for him. If this is important to him, if this is his life and is important to him, he is going to clean up his act, and hopefully it doesn't lead to not only him being stripped, but hopefully it doesn't lead to him losing his job. You know? He should be thanking the fucking stars that they don't fire him completely. Because obviously the grounds for termination are there with the situation that has arisen, and with everything that he's been through for the last year and a half, you know, there's grounds for termination there. Because he's just a bad seed. He's bad news. And you don't want that publicity getting to your company. So hopefully this is a fucking wake-up call. Not only for him, but for Paige as well. You do wrong, you will be punished. If they're giving you this opportunity to be the face of the company and hand you all the responsibility to make them look good, and you let them down and make them look bad, you expect to be world champion? You're lucky right now that they're not firing you. So I hope it doesn't lead to that. I don't want to see anybody get terminated, but hopefully this is a fucking wake-up call for Alberto El Patron. This is a decision I stand behind 100%. I don't even watch Global Force Wrestling. But I know if I was in charge of that company, this guy would have been fucking stripped immediately. What do they do with the World Championship? Well, there's rumors about Rey Mysterio coming in. If they want that Mexican presence at the top, if they want that Latino presence, being that LAX is such a big deal on their television, I would have Rey Mysterio win the championship. Rey Mysterio is going to be coming in October. Bound for Glory would be the perfect opportunity to crown a new world champion, which I'm assuming that they will. I don't watch Global Force Wrestling, but if I was, to make a wild assumption here, take a wild guess, I'm thinking that Rey Mysterio comes in October when he can. He wins the world championship. They have a tournament. Maybe they have a tournament in one night. Maybe they have a huge 8-man tournament. You get everybody that's worthy of being world champion in one tournament. You crown the new world champion. Bound for Glory. Who's going to win the fucking world championship? Who's going to be the new world champion? Who's going to be the new face of this company and lead this company into 2018 at Bound for Glory? That's what I do. That's what I do. And being that Alberto El Patron failed them, they want that Mexican presence up at the top, like I said, with LAX being such a big deal on their TV. I think Rey Mysterio would fit perfect. They're bringing him in. They're signing to big money. Why not just give him the world championship? That's what I would do. But Global Force Wrestling strips Alberto El Patron of the world championship. Good. Very good decision by GFW, and he's getting what he deserves. Now, hopefully, like I said, this is a wake-up call, and he gets back on the right track. Do I have faith that he will? No. He'll probably go on another drunken rant after he is reinstated in Global Force Wrestling. But it's going to take a long time for them to trust him again with that type of responsibility. He fucked up, and now he's paying the consequences, and good for him. Thank you guys so much, man. That's all I got. Very, very short video. I just wanted to update you guys on today's news. Minor stories today, but the big one, Ric Flair. We all wish Ric Flair a speedy recovery. We hope nothing else comes out of that situation in terms of bad news. Thoughts and prayers with the Flair family. Alberto stripped of the World Championship of Global Force Wrestling, and WWE's bringing back Summerslam to New York City in 2018. I am JD. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Let's strive for 1,000 thumbs up on this video. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Hit that subscribe button down below with that bell for the notification. Make sure you guys check out my sponsors, audibletrial.com/offthescript. Patreon, if you guys want to support the channel, patreon.com/JDFROMNY206. And if you guys want your t-shirts for SummerSlam, it's barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. Coupon code JD17 at checkout for 20% off. I am JD. Make sure you guys check out the other videos on the channel if you might have missed them, and I will see you tonight for Monday Night Raw review. I am JD. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you all later on today. Thank you.